Butturff, the man with experience at this level, 7 tour titles, 1 career major, came in Vegas back in 2019 at the USBC Masters. He's been so close numerous times at the US Open, trying to finally win it. And he opens up with a strike. For the first time at a major, 29-year-old Ohio native Chris Vai is your #1 seed.
And Chris has been knocking on the door of major championship competition for the last 2 seasons. Last night he needed 2 strikes in the 10th frame to overtake Jakob Butturff. He did just that. He said, in order for me to win, I have to stay aggressive. I can't be passive. Aggressiveness is the key to winning.
He doesn't come off as an aggressive guy, by the way. When we interviewed him, I'm like, look at your heart rate going. Look at the energy level. And he's like, listen, I'm pretty mild-mannered. I'm pretty calm. My guess is you're going to see some fist bumps and some barking if things go his way right today in Reno. So Vai starts off with a strike, and Kimberly, he had some time off between the Masters and the U.S. Open, and he wisely used it. Plus, he's in a different position this time, something nice for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys mentioned earlier that Chris has made 5 of the last 7 majors, but this is the first time that he is the #1 seed. So in our pre-show interviews, we asked him, what was it like to lead these TV finals? And he laughed and said, honestly, I'm just happy that I am not in the first match of the telecast, because that's where I've always been. He smiled again and said, the big thing for me will be trying to figure out how to manage my time correctly. I'll probably just throw some shots, stay warm, and mentally prepare myself before the final, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh. It was that close to a perfect start. That 10-pin avoiding contact. This is the first time not in the opening match of a major telecast that he's made.
Head pin came across looking for seconds and then decided against it. But, we talked about Jason Sterner in bowling from March 29th until today in all those games. Chris Vai did the exact same thing.
So Vai strikes spare. He takes a seat. Jakob Butturff steps back up. Two-time runner-up this season already. Lost to Tom Doherty at the World Championships. Lost to Sean Maldonado at the Chameleon. Will the third time be a charm this season? Back-to-back opening jacks for Jakob.
The other great quality that Jakob Butturff has is he's very gracious in defeat. He's the first one to congratulate his opponent or his opponents. He never makes excuses about anything. And I think that's a great trait to have. And, he admitted that last year wasn't exactly his best year and that he was trying to get rededicated, refocused, the loss of his mother, and here he is, looking to win his first U.S. Open. All right. Just the 3-pin, way better than the 379, as Jakey puts the stop sign up.
Jakob remains clean. The impact of the pandemic on youth sports has been significant, and while recovery has certainly started in some communities, too many children in need are still left on the sideline. Visit goodsports.org to learn how you can help Fox Sports and Good Sports restore play for at-risk youth and the programs that serve them through donations of brand new sports equipment. Vai to close out the third. Strike, 9 spare to start for him.
Oh, hit it.
Yeah!
Great numbers here. As you see, he's going 6 to about 3.5. As you look at our strike track powered by Kia. And Chris Vai looking to take a lead with a strike in the 4th. It Rob, he's had some success in the majors, huh?
Understatement, right? 5th last year at the U.S. Open, and then another 5th at the World Championship. Made it to the East Regional Finals early this year. 4th at the World Championship. 5th last week at the Masters. Today he will finish no worse than 2nd. This will be by far his best finish at any major. Originally it was 4th at the World Championships this year. Strike there for Vi. And the interesting thing for Vi is he's vying for his first PBA Tour title. Not just his first major, his first Tour title after 5 years on the circuit.
Last player to win a major as his first title was, I think it was Andrew Anderson.
Butturff in that unusual approach and delivery, getting another strike. So that's 3 out of 4 for Jakob.
Yeah, you said it, Rob. Unusual is exactly how you would describe it. Look at that cupped wrist. And then as he lets go of the bowling ball, he continues to slide. The slide leg straightens up. It's a very unusual style, but make no mistake about it, this young man knows how to bowl.
If you were a bowling instructor and this young man, you didn't know who he was, showed up and that was the first shot he showed you, what would you do?
I'd change everything.
Don't change a thing. Come on, roll into it. Not enough.
You know, it was like when Amleto Monicelli first came out on tour and he had the left arm straight out in front of him and his hand wide open, and just about every player on tour said, this kid won't win a thing.
Right. What are they?
And then it was like 20 titles or 21 titles later and Hall of Fame stuff. And yeah, but I mean, if I would have looked at Jakey like early on, I would have said, gets the ball in the swing real early, kind of doesn't have a whole lot of knee bend, kind of keeps slide. I'd have probably gotten him to at least stop his slide and then stay flexed in that slide leg, and that would probably be it.
You'd be looking at a payday because you're like, this is going to take a lot of lessons. You're going to be hanging out with me for a while. You know what? Just give me your credit card number. 1-pin game. Vi in the 5th. Looking for 3 in a row and finding it.
Oh, my.
No, a 3-bagger there for Vi. You like that one?
Yeah, I mean, just super zapping the 10-pin. This is 6. Check out the two-handed style, no thumb. And then watch the second pin from the right, the 6-pin. It goes to the sidewall and sends the 10-pin to the blue tent.
Vi making his 3rd consecutive appearance here in the TV Stepladder Finals of a 2021 major. 4th at the World Championship, 5th last week at the Masters. Trying to win it all this week. And a 9.
Almost the 4-9, and then he almost tripped the 4 into the 9. And then he gives the stink eye to the arrows. And that, you know, the players, like, they look down and they kind of like, I hit my target. Man, that should have struck. All right, so since it didn't, and since I threw it perfect, I have to make an adjustment.
Second spare for Vi, and following our coverage today, NASCAR Cup Series racing from Martinsville resumes. It's the Blue Emu Maximum Pain Relief 500. Last night, rain put a halt to it after 42 laps. Denny Hamlin, your leader as the race resumes. Coming up next, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, right here on FS1.
Beauty there by Butturff to even the game right here. Title match of the 77th U.S. Open, and these players are swinging it out.
Both can max at 259. We're 6 frames through our uninterrupted broadcast of the U.S. Open Championship match. Next week, the tour off towards the D.C. area for the PBA Super Slam, live on Fox. The right lane has been awfully comfy for both of these guys. Left lane, not so much. Strike there for Jakob.
Now it's all even.
You were just ahead of yourself. You're a forward thinker.
Well, I just kind of a little bit clairvoyant, and I kind of saw this coming. But I mean, watch this, man. Cobra Kai, sweep the leg.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Didn't like it. Yeah.
Right of target, but not a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, you got it inside of target, and then that ball hit all that oil, and it just kind of flared out on him.
Left the 5-pin.
Pretty good break since there was 5 standing at one point.
Tight one here in our championship match. Vi trying to win his first ever PBA Tour title. Butturff trying to win his first ever U.S. Open. Vi in the 8th. Messenger misses the 10.
Not what you want to see if you're Chris Vi, especially since Butturff is working on 2 in a row. And we're getting late in the title match of a United States Open.
This one dropped 95% of the time on the tour. That'll increase the percentage. So for Vi, he's going to take a seat after not 1, not 2, but 3 straight 9 spares. Butturff looking for a 3-bagger here.
Oh, good grief. Well, every shot that someone throws makes somebody happy, and right there that made Chris Vi breathe a little easier. As you can see, the max scores now have changed. But this is not a very good break for Jakob Butturff.
Left the 8. Goes after the 8. Drops the 8.
It's exactly what you want in a major championship. You want it to come down to the last couple of frames, and you want it to come down to shot making. The player that makes the shots ends up hoisting the trophy. It's a 1-pin match heading into the 9th frame.
Foundation frame 9th. Butturff up first on the left lane.
Oh boy.
And the lefty.
Completely threw it out the window. And he's staring at an open frame at the absolute worst time in this match. .379.
We saw the 7-10 completed earlier today. The 3, the 7, but the 9, or rather the 3 and the 9 drop. The 7 stands. Open frame in the foundation frame 9th. Ouch. He's been a bridesmaid so many times this season, so many times at the U.S. Open, and he might be in that position again because Chris Vi has just been granted a huge opening after 3 straight 9 spares. 4 strikes for Vi here in our championship match, looking for his 5th, looking to extend that lead, which was just gifted to him.
Careful.
Does anybody want it?
Chris Vi with a spare. And 9 spare strike will win the U.S. Open.
Needs to take care of this first, which he does. So 9 spare strike for the title.
Remember what he said, I have to stay aggressive. My goodness.
It was right of target all the way, Randy.
Oh,
leaves
boy.
the double wood.
Oh, it sure was. That
2-8.
was, yeah, that was right of Lake Tahoe. And just, again, it just comes down to who's going to make the shot. That was the same shot that Butturff made in the 9th frame on the left side of the lane, except the good break for Chris Vi is he didn't leave the 10-pin with it.
Takes care of that. Well, that's a nervy pickup there for Vi. Well done.
Rob, do you think sudden death is good in sports? Do you think it's exciting? Well, if Chris Vi strikes here, Jakob Butturff has to strike out. And if he does, we go to sudden death. If he doesn't strike on this ball, he can lose.
He's been passive, changed his game to aggressive. How does he attack this? In the 10th. Big strike for Vi. Cannot lose in regulation. Takes his seat, knowing Butturff has to drop 3 straight racks.
Last time up on this lane, Butturff hits the pocket, leaves it solid 8. He's 3 of 4 on the right lane.
Coming off an open frame in the 9th. Butturff must have it. 1 down. Pretty good show we got here at the end. And to have this here at the U.S. Open, what a perfect stage for it.
Yep.
So great to be back in the renovated National Bowling Stadium. Butturff still needs 2 more strikes. Come on, Messenger! Yeah! Bailed out by the Messenger. 7 in the pit. Needs 1 more strike for a roll-off.
Well, if you like pin action and you like messengers, swipe right after watching this shot.
What a finish. Butturff has to strike for the tie.
Got it way in.
And he doesn't. Vi wins the U.S. Open by 1 pin. First tour title. And number 1 is a major. And it's been coming for Chris Vi.